Hello, guys and girls, ladies and lads, kings and queens. It's none other than Diva Shawanya with Get Your Healthy Life. And this is National Mental Health Awareness Month. So I definitely want to, as we talk about get your healthy life physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And I'm here for that. Definitely right now within this time, going through this pandemic, shelter in place, the COVID has got everybody, going through a series of different emotions. And one of the most prevalent right in front emotions is mental health. So that's could be depression, it could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be hopelessness. So this month I'm going to be touching in and out on different types of signals that you can identify, whether it's yourself or whether it's a family member or a friend, dealing with mental illness. It's very real, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Guys and girls, ladies and lads, kings and queens, it's definitely something that you want to be aware of and get help if you can, or get folks that help. So let's just talk about a few things. If you're having, I'm you know me, I look off because I make my notes. If you're having stressful feelings, sad feelings, anxious, frustration, as I mentioned, anger, it's very, very relevant, and it's very real, and it's understanding why. If you're not able to go to work right now, that's understandable. If you're sick right now, that's understandable. If you can't go outside and be around friends and family, a lot of people need to be social. They don't do well alone. A lot of people have really strong PTSD. I'm a survivor of some issues in my life where I suffered from PTSD, and that's post-traumatic disorder. So it really is a touchy subject. So I'll get on that a little later. In regards to breaking down PTSD in its entirety, but I just really wanted to do an introduction because it is our responsibility as human beings to show a little bit more human kindness, and you'll hear me say that a lot. You can't tell how someone is feeling. A lot of times people will look at you and think everything is great. Social media is a tool filtered for filters, and what that means basically is you can mask or camouflage how you're truly feeling, what you're going through, what your financial situation is, what do you want to deliver to the masses or community about yourself. So you must be patient with other people right now, especially during this COVID epidemic. People are just really in a bad way. So what I mean by practicing patience, if you are someone that works in the essential work industry, you're dealing with people that need help. Okay. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's medical unemployment, whether it's the grocery store, restaurants, anything, supplies in general. We have to take it from a different perspective and just put yourself in the position, what if it were you? And just have a little bit more patience with people. Also, for those that people come to you, and you might be the one on the receiving end to someone that is suffering from mental illness or just a temporary disorder of stress, you just practice listening. Practice listening more. You don't know how helpful it is to sometimes not have the answer, but just listen. We're not doctors. We're not certified and doctrined into fixing a problem. Definitely be the little angel inside of you and reach out and help any way that you can. Little blessings go a long way. I don't care if it is feeding someone, if it's, giving someone a little money out of your pocket that you have to spare, $1, $10, $50, whatever you want. A lot of us donate to different organizations, but there are so many other things that you can do. You'd be surprised that someone else would appreciate. So once again, just practice listening a little bit more. And also, for those that are suffering, or you think you're suffering from mental illness or different type of depression disorders, first of all, like I said, don't blame yourself. Don't think that this is a curse or a disease, or you should be ashamed. That is totally furthest thing from the truth. Everyone has negative feelings as well as positive feelings. So that is it's healthy to identify with unhealthy thoughts. So if you're aware of that, let someone know how you're feeling. A spouse, a friend, a family member, even an acquaintance. A lot of times people don't want to tell someone that's that close to them because of the reputation that you already have, especially if you're a public person. It's understandable not to want to put your information out there in the hands of someone that might use it incorrectly to exploit you. Accept yourself. Accept your rights, your wrongs, your flaws, your gifts, everything about you. You have to accept yourself first. Especially if you're like me, one of those people that want to be a light worker and want to help, want to get out there and fight the good fight for the human race. You definitely have to accept yourself. Exercise. Whether it's mental exercise, and I'll get into that further in our segment this month about that. But exercise, healthy mental health, healthy physical exercise. If you have physical restrictions, you can still do things that are not as stressful physically. But to get that momentum going, get your mind going, get your mind off of the being in a dark place, being in a really just morbid state of mind. Take time to breathe. I am one for breathing exercises. I am one for prayer. I am one for meditation, excuse me. And medication if it calls for that, if you've been prescribed, whether it's allopathic medicine, or if it is something that you've been given, take your medication. Once again, guys and girls, ladies and lads, kings and queens, it takes a village. And right now is a perfect time for us to press the reset button in our lives and get what matters back into perspective. I think we've gotten so far away of what is really relevant in our lives. And I think this is just a perfect time in the midst of what we're going through. There's so many other positive things. We have our lives. We have our loved ones. Those that do have shelter, we have shelter. It's just, life is too short. So do not allow something so small that you can get help. Don't be one of those people that don't seek help because of the fear of what others may think of you. That is totally not the case. Someone does love you and someone cares. I do want to leave you some information, as I will after each segment. Okay. So the Mental Health Association number here is 1-888-362 0190, and that's for the National Mental Health. I also have NAMI, which is 1-800-950 7417, or you can text 741-741. Okay, and I will post after this the actual number and everything if you guys didn't have a pen or a pencil available. The National Suicide Prevention number. If you feel that you are going to hurt yourself, if you know someone that is talking suicidal, that you're not able to communicate with them verbally, please, ma'am, please, sir, I beg of you to at least give them this number. If it's somebody that's really, close to you and your family, or your friends or your personal circle, your tribe, go ahead and call this number. And it is, totally anonymous if you'd like it to be. It's 24/7. And there are people there that are, educated to help you getting back to a healthier state of mind and a healthier mental being, mental state of health. So that number is 1-800-273-8255. That's the National Suicide Prevention number. That's 1-800-273-8255. So once again, guys and girls, ladies and lads, kings and queens, having a stressful thought, feeling anxiety, feeling frustration, feeling sad, feeling hopeless, all of those things, we all have gone through that. We all have those day-to-day thoughts at times or two. Nobody is perfect. But if you find that you are in that state of mind right now during this, not just during this pandemic, but just during life, reach out and get help. I'm here. Others are here. You can anonymously message me and I will make sure I get you that information, and or a friend or family. And those that are there and your purpose on life is to reach out and help others get out there and fight the good fight, then make sure that you equip yourself with information that you can give people when they need it. And practice listening. You're not here to fix it, but you are here to be a vessel, okay? And human kindness, we all can play our part. God bless you guys and girls, ladies and lad, kings and queens. It's your girl, Diva Shawanya with Get Your Healthy Life. And I just want you to feel better and be better. I love ya. I'm going to go ahead and list those numbers at the bottom again. So, I love you. Tell yourself you love yourself 1, 2, 3 times today. Get out there and get you some good old-fashioned ecotherapy. Wear your masks. Wear your gloves if you have to. Be safe, but you can still get sunshine. Okay? Bless you. From Diva Shawanya. Bye-bye.